kids. Are you happy today? Great! Today we're going to look at numbers. Are you all sitting comfortably? Terrific. Now let's start with the little ones first. Repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing. You did so well.
Thank you.
You can peek out this bit. Right, because I've got a script. Now, can anyone tell me a big number? Oh, Mr. Jacob, is 19 a big number? Almost, Amadeus Smithely Sage. Anyone else?
Sir, 80. I know that's a big number because that's how old my nana is.
That's better, but not quite big enough, Victor Wolf-Piss Biggles. Put them together, innit, mate? 1980 or 1981, 1980.
Kevin Botts! I will destroy you, you little shit! No, that's too big. I hate your haircut. Your mum's a crap hairdresser. God, why is your face so perfectly round? Were your parents hockey pucks? Children, hit Kevin with your chairs. Kevin, don't you ever forget about the 1980s?
Little story.
And
The twist in it.
so that's the intro for this week, is it? How long did that take you to prepare that?
About 5 minutes on a bus.
That was 5 minutes of your life that you're never going to get back, isn't it?
It was actually very well spent, thank you. It was...
It's good, actually. I quite liked it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The acting out, I thought...
I like the role play. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like Kevin?
I love Kevin.
So, what was that one dick in class?
There is always one, isn't there? This week I am mostly in the Black Hand Gang.
Yeah, I mean, your entrance to this podcast is probably more interesting than my intro. You're wearing a pirate hat and a one single work glove, and yet you're not going to tell anyone why.
I don't need
Just
to
gonna
embellish.
let it be.
There is no embellishment
Was that a character?
required.
Was this a character?
There's
that's
no
gonna come into it at a later
embellishment
point, or
required.
Just
Let's
leave it
just
at that.
leave it there.
Leave it there.
Always best to.
Sure. Okay. What
So, I want to start off with a quick advert.
Ooh, okay.
Quick advert for you, okay? Hope you like this one. I like to start every morning with my Pedalotron, a 20-minute workout, hip-hop, on my bike, in front of a video screen, paid £199. Here's the world-class instructor.
You're doing so well, Pedalotron. Keep going. Raise your level. Go on, off you go.
Yeah, that's me. My 20-minute Pedalotron in the morning gets me going for the day. This week, we're going to be looking...
So, was this the advert that you were getting really angry at over
Yeah.
the radio?
Yes. People that buy £200 bikes to put in their lounge with a video screen on with some fella in
what
some
it is?
studio somewhere.
Sorry, is that what a Pelotron is?
I mean, that's a brand name. We can't say that, can we? I said Pedalotron. I've just changed the name.
We have said brand names on this podcast.
Yeah,
since we started.
Pelotron.
No one's going to do anything.
Pelotron.
All you can think is that you will not get sponsored by them if they decide to
Oh,
advertise
thank
with
goodness
us.
for that.
So-
I'd rather staple my tongue to the floor with a croquet hoop.
Any other brands you want to get out the way?
No, but they
before anyone
will.
tries to
They'll
to
come
us
along.
and be
They'll
like,
come along. They'll come along.
Good.
So, can I first of all thank all of those that over the last week have commented on how much I look like I'm Kloppity Klopp. I'm Jurgen Klopp.
Have you been told that?
Yes.
What, comments or?
Yes.
Is it like comment section?
Yes.
I've not checked them.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Somebody has mentioned that
I do actually. Hold
I
on,
look
let
like
me check.
Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp.
Kloppity
Let me
Klopp.
just get a quick picture up of him.
I'm Jurgen
Have
Klopp.
you already got one there?
No, I've got...
That's your background. Jurgen Klopp's on your background.
Oh, you're so crazy. So what I've got is I wanted to just look at our...
Oh, you do as well. You got a cap on as well.
Yeah. So first of all, a big shout out and thank you to Richard Askham, who left us a fantastic comment. Richard, I'm so sorry about the gaps that I left in the podcast for Dare, the Human League. Richard has very kindly filled in many of my faux pas.
Very nice.
And also confirmed that you were right. The Heaven 17 single, Come Live With Me, was
37.
I was 37, you were 17.
Thank you
I
very
was
much.
talking absolute grot. So, Richard, thanks for that.
Thank you, Richard.
You're a top man.
You've proved my point correct.
And
I knew I was right anyway.
yeah, and I'll come on to some of the other ones a little bit later.
I've not actually seen any of them. I still didn't get around to it.
And I also need to give a very big thank you also to Evening Glow. Evening Glow, thank you for your lovely comments about the Duran Duran podcast. And you're absolutely right, the Wedding album and All You Need Is Now are fantastic albums. We do concentrate on the earlier ones, but yeah, they are two fantastic albums. Wedding album especially, with some great singles on that. So great stuff, thanks for that.
And they have actually... Just smack your elbow on the They have actually sent in requests, right? People are sending in requests.
Yeah. So
for
Richard wants us to have a look at the Thompson Twins and Howard Jones. We will be doing them. We will feature both of those albums at some point.
Oh, cool.
And in fact, the Thompson Twins will be one that's cropping up in the next few weeks, actually.
Okay.
So, spot on. So this week, Jacob, this week we are looking at Harris Glenn Milstead,
Not a name that I...
a.k.a. Divine.
Oh, of course.
So we thought we'd go...
Divine.
So this week I've gone out a little bit of a limb. I thought I'd go a little bit exotic and look at some 1980s HI-NRG. High-NRG.
HI-NRG.
No.
My favourite music from the 1980s is HI-NRG.
Oh, my name is Sven and I like to listen to some HI-NRG.
Excuse me?
Sven. This is from the Swedish...
It's my favourite kind of beer.
What, Sven?
No, HI-NRG. Whoa. I'm going to beep that out. That's because it's what you...
HI-NRG.
Oh, God, I'm bleeping all of this.
It's not been a good start, has it, this week?
Oh, that's going to get us cancelled.
That's all right, because that would have been you bleep it out in the edit.
I will.
So, exciting news before we start talking about Divine. It looks like the podcast will be, in the new year, moving to a new studio. It will, yes. We've got a new purpose-built studio, haven't we?
We have.
That was bequeathed to us.
Yes.
Yes, left to us by someone very dear to us, left us a studio space.
Yes.
And we will be moving in the new year, so you will see the new look studio
We will.
in the new year.
That will actually be the start of
And you're not invited, John Coffey.
You can't have vendettas against people you don't know.
I know who John Coffey is.
You don't.
That's not even his real name.
He asked us to review an album, that was it.
Yeah, that's not even his real name.
Or actually said something else, but...
That's a made-up name.
So who is it really?
It's John Conchaquento or something.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to ask Mark and the BT boys will have to confirm what his real name is.
That'll be the start of season 2, though.
It will.
The podcast when we're in that new
Yeah,
studio.
in the new studio, yeah.
A bit better lighting.
The great thing about it is, it is a secure premises. So, you know who.
That's not him over there, is it? He's not breaking through over there.
No. Won't be able to get in. So that's good news.
Well, I didn't think he'd be able to get in here, but
Yeah. Well, that Skylight episode, I think, was the one that finished it off for me.
There is just a big hole in the ceiling now.
Yeah, no,
we haven't done anything about that. We've just left that there. Sometimes,
apart from that hardboard that you've tacked over it.
Sometimes owls come through.
Do they?
Yeah.
What do they say?
When I'm editing up here, they just come through and they land, sit next to me and go, "Whoo!" And I go, "Oh, that's Paul." And they go, "Whoo!" And they go, "He's the co-host of the podcast." "Whoo!" As I just told you, mate. What is your problem? Why have you come through? If you're going to ask the same question and not listen to me, why are you even here? Whoo! And I'm like, right, just leave.
I love an owl.
And they go, "All right, see you later, mate."
Are they from Birmingham, are they? The Brummy Owls? All right. I'm a Brummy Owl. Would you like to meet my friend? Who?
Oh, it's an owl. Timmy, what sound does an owl make? Oh, they go hoot. This one doesn't. It's a Birmingham owl. Right.
Right. I like the fact if you you know how big and furry their legs are. If you take the feathers
Pull
up,
the plumage up.
yeah, they've got little skinny legs, haven't they?
Yeah. They have. They're really, really odd. It's a great video. If you go on YouTube, watch all of this podcast, but afterwards, go on YouTube and search owls that look like aliens. There's like 5 owls inside someone's attic, and they've got a nest there or something, but they're all stood upright in his attic, and he puts a little camera up there to look at them. Like, he can't see the camera, so he puts it up this tiny little slot to look through, and then pulls it back down.
The thing that
you just see them stood all like
the thing that worries me is what sequence of events led you to look at videos owls that look like aliens.
That Birmingham owl recommended it to me.
Ah, see.
It's just things that go around.
Did he have a name?
The
owl from Birmingham.
No, he didn't.
No.
Well, not that I know of. I haven't
Okay.
asked him yet. I'll find out. I'll let you know next week.
I love the fact that the collective noun for owls is a parliament.
Yeah, I don't get that.
They're wise.
Oh, going off topic here. You want to record? Oh, fuck. You want to review?
Record.
Sorry.
We are recording.
We are recording. You want to review Divine?
Divine. So,
AKA
what?
Sorry.
Well, his real name is Harris Glenn Milstead.
Harris Glenn Milstead.
But he became known as Divine. So he started off, his career goes back, and what I'm not going to do is talk about his film career. I'll let people look that up. If you Google Divine.
A film career?
Yeah, massive film career. So he started way back in the early 60s, a film career. And
yeah. I just wanted to have a look.
And yeah, in the sort of late 70s, got into disco and teamed up with a guy called Bobby Orlando, who had a record company called O Music, and they started producing some of these hits. I think he was voted at one point as the century's greatest drag artist.
Right.
But if you listen to the some of the songs, I'm sure you will recognise them because they closely resemble other songs.
Really?
But a much higher energy version of them. So
And that was the takeaway feature of
so
this.
shake it up.
Yeah.
This one here, and shoot your shot. Both sound very similar, very reminiscent of "I Feel Love" by Donna Summer.
Right.
So you know the old Giorgio Moroder.
I think so.
Diddle 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 diddle.
Yeah.
Which is a loop. Is it a loop? How do you say that?
Sorry,
Back up
yeah.
there. Oh, look at that.
How'd you like that?
That's absolutely awesome.
But everyone can't see. It's you and your 4 tape recorders.
Where did that come from?
It's an original vinyl.
The Berlin Whale.
Whale.
Why the Berlin Whale?
Oh, I don't know. You made
I
it.
love the fact he's got. I love whoever's done it has got ha ha.
Perfect, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Well,
Brilliant.
I will tell you now. A big thank you to Anthony and Laura.
Ah, Anthony and Laura. Ah, right, Westy. I should have
Regular
realised.
listeners
I
will be
realised
know.
the print was a Westy special.
You can tell high quality vinyl.
It's a very young Jurgen Klopp.
It is. It's a young Jurgen Klopp, and it looks like he's surrounded by 4 robots. It looks like it was the start of a 1980s sci-fi movie.
Love it. Love it. Should we move it to one side? We'll keep it in shot. We should put it over that. Move it to that way, so we can still keep the album. We'll keep the older
We'll keep that there.
vinyl.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
we ought to be playing that. Whatever this has he put the actual the song inside it?
I'll have to have a look. I'll put an
The
excerpt
old
at the
Depeche Mode, Depeche Mode loop with the 4 tape recorders. I've still got it somewhere.
Please find it.
I've got the tape. Yeah, I'll have to dig it out. So yeah, Divine. A number of single and 12-inch releases which became massive in the discos, and especially in the gay discos. The gay community really latched on to Divine. I think it's because of that kind of high energy mix of the sound. But yeah, you'll find if you listen to them, and Native Love, one of the singles, sounds extraordinarily like New Order's Blue Monday. Which we listened to earlier, weren't we? And I said, "Who's this?" And you went, "That's New Order." And I went, "No, it's not."
Weird. It was identical. So, I've got 2 questions already. One, was this a big artist, or was this just someone that you listened to?
So, Divine had a huge cult following. Never really cracked the mainstream until he released his last single, Walk Like a Man, which was actually on Top of the Pops.
Okay.
I think he dedicated that to his parents because he had a very privileged upbringing, but he didn't fall out with his parents when he was kind of quite youngish. So yeah, up to that point, but he had a huge cult following. So yeah, it wasn't just me that listened to Divine. There was a lot. He had a really big following. Of course, he wouldn't be able to produce these singles and albums without having that type of following and making the money on it. And the second question is?
The second question is, how on earth did you get into this kind of music?
So,
We've heard what you listen to. You listen to new romantic, new romantic,
yeah.
Music. It's all quite a bit mellow.
Yeah. So back in the day.
Yeah.
We used to go, as I said before, we used to go over to Birmingham to a couple of clubs over there, and there was also one club called Pagoda Park. They had on a Friday night, I think it was, they used to have a gay disco night. But everybody, we would have gone in there and found actually probably 50% of the people going in weren't gay. They were like the kind of new romantic, sort of just bordering on the goth scene, because they played the best music. The music we wanted to listen to, nobody else would play. And of course, that's where I heard this. So this type of music was played there as well.
Yeah.
And there was a live feature, a live cabaret act halfway through the night, performed by Gay John and the Dogettes.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Dogettes and Gay John.
Gay John and the Dogettes performed a live cabaret act for about
I don't know if
45
it's
minutes.
Or maybe I've just got it stuck in my head. But Gay John doesn't sound like a cabaret act. It sounds the name of a pirate. I don't know.
What, the one who was on at the start?
I don't know. I don't know if that's...
Member of the Black Hand Gang?
It's just, yeah. But Gay John just sounds like a pirate.
No, he wasn't. He was a very much a cabaret act. He used to wear, used to go shirtless and have a what we used to call a strapodictomy, but was a large appendage tied to his personage that he used to thrust about.
Oh, okay. It just sounds like a Hindu.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was good. So it was great because you went to a nightclub. They had this like really cool disco going, loads of people dancing. And halfway through the night, it would stop, and there'd be a cabaret act for 45 minutes, and then the disco would carry on again. What a great night out!
Nice.
And the music was brilliant, and that's where we heard Divine for the first time, and it's just so danceable.
That's the nice thing about them. I think the BPM is spot on.
Yeah.
And it does have really quite high energy.
Do you want to tell the listeners what BPM is? I know what it is, but...
beats per minute.
Yeah. So is it right?
I thought everyone would know that.
I've always been told that over 120 BPM constitutes gay disco or high energy. Is that a thing?
No. What? No.
No.
Not at all. but I'm trying to work out where you got that. Like what might make
That's something we were told.
believe that.
I was told that for years when I was like from 1980s.
Yeah. Well, I guess because the amount of music that was out was not as diverse as it is now. Obviously, as time goes on, it gets more diverse. But 120 BPM in today's music is quite slow.
Is it?
Because there's like benchmarks for genres of music. So
do you have in today's genres of music? Do you have certain beats per minute that would constitute the genre? Like
yeah.
Hard house would be
140.
Yeah. Trance would be.
Trance is also 128 to 135.
Jungle.
135, but sometimes also 170.
Right.
So they're quite like if you think about it, you've got drum and bass. That's 174. It's like every song is 174 BPM.
Right. Okay.
That's really quick. But that's over 120. And
what about
not like a gay?
What about like this? Yeah, because you went to see Chase and Status the other week, didn't you? And what? So where do they?
That's drum and bass.
Drum and bass. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like 174.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where they stand. But I'm not entirely sure what gay music is because I'm not.
Well, it's not.
I don't follow it that much.
Well, I don't think it is anymore. I don't think there's actually. There's no segregation, is it? It doesn't matter.
There's some. You still get like music from when it was around here.
Yeah.
Still gets played.
Yeah.
And things like is it Eurythmics? I think that gets a bit of following.
Oh, okay.
But really, there is none. I think now all it is just like role models, more like the singers themselves rather than the music they make. So like Sam Smith.
Yeah.
But his music is just.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say it's gay music.
No,
it's just music.
Fantastic Bond theme, by the way, for Spectre.
That was a good
Writings
one.
on the Wall. Yeah, what an emotional song that is. But I think the great thing is for Day. You see today you don't have. There is nothing becomes gender centric anymore. So back in the 80s, because that's the kind of music people went to listen to. But the only places you could go to hear that kind of music at that and get that kind of dance music was in specific gay discos.
Yeah.
Which were brilliant. They were absolutely fantastic, and the music in there was just awesome. Great people. Used to have a fantastic night. Those nights were really, really good.
They still are. They still are that kind of thing, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to kind of, ruin that place that is a gay bar. But like as being a straight person going into them, they're great. They're so much fun. Everyone's nice in there.
Yeah, I never
you
had
go to a normal club or whatever.
You feel threatened. You get
I don't feel threatened.
No, but you get like the kind of like the.
It's very standoffish.
Yeah,
Everyone's polite.
Yeah. I had some of the best nights out were in some of those bars and discos. They were brilliant, really good. So, have we a bit more of Harris Glenn Milstead or Divine later on?
Okay.
I believe we had a phone in.
Yeah, we had a phone in. Yeah, it's going to be a regular, I believe. Unfortunately,
who's called in this week?
Person is going to be a regular.
You did text me to say when you were working up in the studio. You told me that you'd missed a call and someone had called in.
I didn't miss the call.
Ah.
I deliberately didn't answer the call.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry. I know they're famous people, but yeah, we can listen to it. But I'm just saying. I'm not answering the phone to him.
Okay.
Whenever he calls in, it's going to have to be an answer machine because I can't handle it. I'm sorry, mate. I can't. I will get it up though.
Okay. So we're going to pop on now the answer phone message.
I do need to turn down those speakers, otherwise we'll get a lot of reverb in it.
Jacob doesn't want to answer, so I do apologise to you, viewer, listener who phoned in.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Jacob, it's Nikki Hayward here. Now, my mummy says I've got to ring you because you've been very nasty to me, talking about the way I say videos. It's not very nice, is it? You see, it makes me want to have a little cry. I don't know if you like Haircut 100 or not, but our songs are lovely. You used to see us in our lovely jumpers and
I hate his
jumpers.
voice.
So I think it's time you might review one of our songs. One of our songs. Or an album. Or
missed the awful bit.
Hope to speak to you soon.
I hate that so much. I hate that. He sounds smaller. I don't know how he sounds smaller, but he sounds like he's lost a couple of
I have
centimetres.
visions of him standing on a box.
So reach the phone.
Little Nicky Hayward.
So you can reach the iPhone speaker.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think we've ever mocked the way he says video, have we?
Ah, yes, we did.
Oh, did we?
We both did last week before, yeah.
The video.
A VO. It's just VO. And there's just a mush in between. And review. He says review. I can't remember how he said it. Review? Like, pronounce your letters. God, I hate this man.
Bless you, Nicky. Thanks for ringing in. And I'm really sorry if you get the answer machine next time.
Did anyone ever meet him? Because I have a suspicion that he is just small and all the band members were small. And when they did videos, they just got really down
Would that be videos or videos?
Oh, sorry, videos. When they did their videos of Haircut 100, they just put a little camera and made them look like life size in a mini like doll's house. Because if anyone's ever met them, I can't believe they're actual Cuban size.
Bless him. Bless his heart.
You can call it again if you want to, but I'm not listening to you.
One career he would never have been any good in. You know, he would never have succeeded as.
I don't know.
Matador! So, Harris Glenn Milstead,
You have to explain why you keep
drag
doing that.
artist of the century, commonly known as Divine. I went to see Divine live
Did you?
in 1982, 83, I think, at Coventry Lanchester Polytechnic.
Where?
Coventry Lanchester Polytechnic, now known as Coventry University. Back in there,
What's Lanchester?
that was what it's called. It's called the Coventry Lanchester Polytechnic.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely brilliant.
Was it?
What a fantastic set. And we met him afterwards as well. I've got some photos somewhere of me meet him afterwards in a really manky old grey cardigan.
Ugh.
Yeah. He only ever dressed like that purely for his stage performances and his films, and that was it. And then he became very famous. He teamed up with a film director called John Walters, and there was a crowd of them that all used to work with this guy called John Walters, made cult films, and there was one that he made where at the end of it he actually ate dog excrement.
Oh, God.
Fresh.
Oh,
Fresh.
Why?
It was part of the script, and he did it.
Part of the script was eat dog shit. Is that how it was written?
I hope we're going to bleep that out.
Maybe, I don't know.
Dog turd.
The thing is, we don't have to bleep out expletives like swearing. I don't think we have to do that.
It depends on the audience, isn't it? Like, what happens if we've got like the younger viewers?
I don't think we do.
Do we not have them?
No.
Oh well. So yes, he was
Shit.
he
find
was
out.
he was synonymous with eating, and for a very long time he
It was synonymous with it, sorry.
for a very long.
Is that something you've made up, or everyone went, oh, Divine? Oh yeah, dog turd eater.
Yes, that's what happened to him from that one
No.
incident for a long
It's
time.
like school bullying.
Yeah,
You
it was
bring
like
in toothpaste
so
one day to sell.
he said in interviews that every time he went and met people, they would like bring up like, oh, you're the guy that ate dog shit. No, they would say, hey there, you're the guy that ate dog shit. And that's California, by the way.
Okay.
And
we had to choose an area of America. You
I
could have
know,
just said America.
I know. And he used to get plastic dog turds in the post sent to him.
Well, then don't eat dog shit for a film.
It was just a film.
What do you mean, just a film?
It's just a film.
That's a big thing. Just a film. It's a film, and you ate dog shit for real. If it was like
For real.
yeah, if it was like chocolate bar with a bit of nut mixed in it and melted,
Sweet
and,
corn.
like crunched up, yeah, and then you ate that, yeah, you can't be mad at it. But you actually did it.
I'm
disgusting,
I'm
isn't
actually
it?
feeling
Yeah.
a little bit queasy now. I'm thinking
Oh,
about
I'm feeling a bit hungry.
Oh, nice, a bit of nutty slack.
Oh God, bready stool.
Ugh. I tell you what, I've noticed as well. You don't see white ones anymore, do you?
What an absolutely awful thought. Yet somehow, yeah. The thing is, I know that this is actually a genuine thought you just had now. You've just mulled this over in your head and you've gone, wait, hold on a minute, you don't see white shits anymore on the side of the road. What? How did you remember something like that?
No, I just remember
I
as
don't.
in my childhood, you'd often see like a white dog poo.
Why was that? I reckon people painted them that colour to be like, watch out,
What?
turd here. Dog walkers when
Somebody-
they haven't got a bag, I don't know.
So back in the 70s and 80s, if you
Yeah.
haven't got there wasn't the law now. You have to pick up your dog excrement with a poop bag.
Yeah.
You had to carry around with you a tin of white paint and a brush. And then how long would you have to
roller.
wait afterwards before you could paint it? You did it straight. If you did it straight away, it wouldn't take the paint, would it? Your brush would be slided off.
Oh. What causes a white poo?
I've got no idea.
You're right. You are right.
But I've just had the thought: sun bleaching, because I only ever saw them in the summer.
What is this photographic memory you've got of turds?
I don't know. It's just
Any other
perhaps
significant
there
poos you've
were
seen in
more
your
grass
lifetime?
verges in those days.
That's the weirdest point I've ever heard on this podcast, and yet I am stumped. Like, you're right. I haven't seen one in about 7 years, maybe more.
So you've seen one?
I've seen them when I was a lot younger.
Yes.
I remember seeing.
So why
white
is it as a
poos.
child? Why is it as a child? Perhaps they're ghost poos.
Right. Okay. I think we're getting too far now. I think it must be something to do with what we used to feed dogs.
And we don't anymore.
Yeah. Because we
So
know what's good
we used
for
to feed them
maybe.
nuclear waste, and now we actually feed them.
Apparently, or it was just a really massive pigeon. 'Cause there's a white.
Yeah, but theirs are like not the same consistency, are they?
No.
These ones.
Fun fact,
These,
that's actually their wee.
is it?
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't think birds poo. I might be slightly wrong, but I'm
I don't think birds poo. I might be slightly
if
wrong.
I remember correctly.
Here in the outbacks of the woodlands, we see the lesser spotted pigeon about to urinate. Or is that defecate? Let's ask our expert, Jacob.
Yeah, mate, it's definitely a piss.
And there,
Oh, he's flown off.
there we go. The pigeon has left behind its urination.
So, I'm pretty certain that's wee, but we just call it poo. But I think they can't poo because of how their system works.
Us English with our toilet humour. What? This podcast has gone in a really weird direction this week.
Yeah, it has.
Let's get it back on track.
Well, I've just Googled what you were talking about. First thing that comes up, what happened to white dog poo? There is an article on it if you want to know really quickly. Any remember the white dog poo? We do too. It brings back nostalgic memories of childhood and playing. I don't think that's what it brings back nostalgic
Just me.
memories of.
Grass verges.
Right,
all
okay.
gone.
It's because of the diet. It is. I was right. It's the bone that they used to put in
Ah!
food.
That makes loads of sense now.
Yeah. But we're talking about dog poo on a Divine album review. This is probably not the best idea.
No. But then you see, you
But-
know, if,
Catering to an audience of people who like the 80s, now you know about white dog poo that was around in the 80s, so you can't really have a go at us. Leave a comment below if you remember white dog poos.
the podcast it goes where no other podcast dares to go.
Yeah.
Please
You know
leave us comments about white dog poo.
Whatever disgusting shit you remember from the 80s, just leave a comment below.
Oh, they're not going to take any of us seriously anymore, are we?
Never should have done from the beginning.
No. So, Divine.
Yes.
So the album there is t-shirts and tight blue jeans. Do you get the gist of that? T-shirts and tight blue jeans. So in the 1980s, the gay scene, the uniform of the gay gentleman in those days was a white t-shirt and tight blue jeans.
Was it?
Yes.
Tucked in?
I don't know.
Because that's
I
the
know
thing,
there's a
in
thing.
or out
There's
is
a
like
thing
the
about
big
wearing
thing.
having a hanky hanging out your back pocket as well.
I don't believe that. That's like those shit rumours that people make where you're like, oh, you got your left ear pierced? Gay. When you're in school. And you're like, no, I'm not.
No,
You know, that bullying thing
no.
at
I think
school.
I think the handkerchief in the back pocket was a thing.
That was an actual thing.
Yeah, that was
That's not
that
just
was
a rumour
I think
that went round school.
which pocket you wore it in, hanging out of, was whether you were, which way you were, your preference was.
Yeah, this just sounds like some school kid prank to be like, tuck it in your mate's back pocket and be like, haha, you're gay.
Yeah, but in your black school stay press trousers, you only had one back pocket, not two. Whereas jeans, you'd have had two back pockets, so you could choose one or the other.
Surely if you kiss another man, that shows that you're gay. Because I'm not going to remember that system.
Or if you're a lady kissing another lady.
Yeah, that as well. But like, I'm not going to... Was it gay if it's in the left or right back
No.
pocket?
You got no. It's which pocket you wear it in is whether you prefer to give or take.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd still forget. This is me as a gay guy going up to someone and go, oh, shh. Which way around was it? So you take and I also take. Well, this isn't going to work, is it? But
No.
well, now what happens?
I just thought I'd mention that.
So he did that? See a lot of people doing that?
So he for years and years and years wasn't able to say that he was gay. So he wasn't transgender or transsexual. He was homosexual and did a drag act. But
I think you can be transgender and...
yeah, but for years he didn't want to.
right,
He couldn't admit to his homosexuality. He was, because it was, so frowned upon, and you couldn't.
Was it still in the 80s?
Yeah, it wasn't until... I think what happened was, of course, in the 80s, then there was the big thing about, they discovered AIDS, and that was used as propaganda by, like a lot of the anti-gay movements, like, that AIDS has been spreading. Oh, it's all the fault of people who are gay, and like...
Yeah, they're the only ones who can catch it.
Yeah, how dumbass is that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so there was a lot of hostility towards those of the gay community, and why? They're just people, aren't they? So,
yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
cracking album, really good. You can get that vinyl is on eBay for $6.99.
Still.
You
can still
checked it out
get
today.
a vinyl.
Checked it out this morning. That vinyl, eBay, $6.99. Used in good condition. Get a copy. Get
Oh,
it.
so it used, so like from this era?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
like reprint.
No, it's not a reprint. This has never been reprinted. This is it.
What?
So you can still get
It's only
hold of
got
it.
to be a limited amount. Snap those up while
Snap
you
them
can.
up. eBay.
Because when this goes large, this podcast,
Yeah, people.
everyone's going to be grabbing them.
Yeah,
I'm calling it now.
and I can guarantee, put that on, you will be dancing. It is brilliant. Yeah, I played some to you earlier, didn't I?
Yeah.
And what did you think?
I thought it was Blue Monday.
What did you think of
But
like
New Order.
Shoot Your Shot?
It's good.
You like that, didn't you?
Yeah. I was kind of a bit busy
Yeah.
trying to edit.
Yeah, I know you are.
I mean, record a voice.
So, any other guests this week?
No. I'm afraid not. I tried to get in contact with Craig. He was busy.
Probably
so
out some healthy girls.
He might be,
Show
yeah.
him his GTI.
I want to know if he's still got it. So, give us a ring next week.
Yeah, Craig, give us a call.
Let me know if you've still got it, because that'd be brilliant to know. Send me a photo. Just don't send like 500 photos of just the glove box or whatever. Just want the main car and that's it. David Suchet.
Yeah, we got an
I've
update on
heard
David Suchet.
He's gone into like, he's had to like take a step back from the public like eye for a minute, actually, which is quite a concerning thought. But apparently he had a breakdown because he heard that Aldi just took all their
Well, we knew about
brands.
Aldi because we announced that in the last podcast, didn't we?
Yeah, but apparently he heard it from us and lost it, absolutely lost the plot. And his manager said, right, stop, don't do any interviews, don't do anything, because you're just going to go nuts again. So hopefully you're okay. We can send you real Jaffa cakes if you want. Stop eating those off-brand ones. Not good for you, mate. But I hope to hear from you soon. Nancy, you can give us a call. Actually, let us know how he's doing. Give us the inside word. Apparently, he put his fist through a wall. That was how mad he was that they took the products off the shelves.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Pink Flamingos was the film. Where Divine ate the dog poo.
You know what's going to happen is it's been 30 years since he's had anything like this go on, where he's like, I got ridiculed for about a few years because of a film I did.
Well, he died in 1988.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to be on. He got a role on Married with Children, which was quite a famous American sitcom in the late 80s. And he went to rehearsals, rehearsed his part that he was going to be in this episode, went back to his hotel, had a meal with some friends, went to bed and died in his sleep.
Really?
Yeah, 1988. Yeah.
No,
an enlarged heart. He's enlarged heart. So he was obese all of his life.
Right. So is that a condition then, an enlarged heart from obesity?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's medically connected. So yeah, shame. I remember it being on the news that he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shed a tear.
Just one.
A few.
Admirable.
I was always sad when my 1980s icons passed away. It was yeah.
That one was still fresh in the 80s, you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's well, at least no one's going to get sent ridiculed again. No one's going to get pulled up on Twitter and said you ate dog shit.
Yeah. That would be not good.
It's pretty funny though. Why we eat dog poo for a film? Absolutely ridiculous.
And on that note,
Yep.
I think it's time that we call it a day.
Yeah, I think it is for this week.
So we've had some really good comments from people asking for a couple of albums they want us to review. If there's anything else that you'd like us to have a look at, we have got numerous albums that we're going to be reviewing over the coming weeks. But if there's something particular you'd like us to take a look at and have a listen to and review on the podcast, drop us a comment and we'll take a look, take a listen, and we'll review it for you.
Yep.
So long as it's not Through the Barricades by Spandau Ballet.
Because
No. And on that note, thank you very much for listening.
Yep. I have nothing else to say.
Excellent.
We are back on the regular schedule, so there'll be this episode and then others going out for the next few weeks. We have the last one on 20-something of December, 27th.
That'll be our special Christmas edition, won't it?
That will be a special.
Our festive. It'll be our festive 50.
Festive. Why 50?
Because that's what John Peel used to do. The most famous DJ of the 1980s, John Peel, used to, on Christmas Eve, used to do the festive 50.
Right.
He plays top 50 singles of the year.
That's not what we're doing at all. It's a quiz.
Oh, right then. So there you go.
That's what we'll be doing. It'll be a highlight, basically. But
Tonight on the John Peel Show, sessions from the Damned and the Pogues.
we're trying to outro.
Oh, sorry.
This is like a 5-minute outro.
I just wanted to get John Peel in there.
God. So we'll give you that, and then it's Series 2 in January.
Series 2. If you enjoyed the podcast, please give us a big thumbs up and a like down below.
And share with your friends.
And subscribe.
It's going to be shrill.
Subscribe. Hi, Chris.
Okay. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. You had to do that.
What?
I think you straight up peaked the microphone and made a disgusting sound at the same time.